Hey guys, Colic88 here with another knife video for you, knife review. Haven't done one in a little while. This is one of my favorite knives that I have. This is the Benchmade Model 940. Let's see if you can see that. And get it to focus. Can't tell if it does or not, but anyways, I'll give you a quick look at it up close. You can check it out. This is one of the Osborne knives. Really cool knife. I like it a lot, and I've got a lot of good things to say about it. Not really much bad about this knife. There's just one big issue I have with this knife, and that is price. It's a little on the pricey side, but you usually pay for Benchmade knives, especially their higher end ones, which this is blue class. That is really the only gripe I have about this knife. And to me, I like this knife so much, and because of the price, it's one of the knives that usually ends up staying in my knife collection and rarely coming out with me in my pocket day to day. Especially when I've got so many high value knives that are really nice, and I don't mind if I beat on them a little bit and use them daily. This I just don't like to use too much. I just like it too much, and I just don't want to. And it sounds stupid, I just don't want to dull it down or have it, lose it or, have anything happen to it. So I tend to not take it out with me very often. But it has had a little bit of wear. It's had a little bit of use. You can see on the pocket clip a little bit of the black has come off in some areas. I have used it a little bit. So, alright, let's get down to it. So, like I said, this is the Model 940. They made a few different versions, well, I guess you'd call editions of it, different colored handle grips and things like that. But other than that, it's pretty much stayed the same. It's been in their lineup for quite a few years now. I think I got this about, 3 years ago, something like that. But anyways, aluminum scales, handles, which is, machined. They got a really nice contour to them. Very thin knife, as you may be able to see. It's very thin, very narrow, fits in the pocket very nicely, very light compared to some of the other Benchmade knives I have. I did the review on the Presidio, which is a very heavy duty, bigger knife. Same 3.5 inch blade, but it's a lot thicker in the grip, and it's a lot heavier. This is a very lightweight, narrow, small, compact 3.5 inch knife. But I really like the coloration. This is a really nice green color. I just love green, and this is a great color. It's got a purplish colored titanium backspacer, which has got like these little rounded ridges in it, just for looks. Pretty neat looking. I like the color combination of the purple with the green. I think it looks very nice. Standard Benchmade pocket clip. Again, put on the left side, or the left side for me, because I'm left-handed. Carry it in my left front pocket. Axis lock, which again is, in my opinion, one of the best locks. Very strong. This blade, it has like zero play, side to side, front to back. Very tight. S30V steel, which is a very premium, high quality stainless steel. This is the plain edge model. They also make a combo edge, which is the bottom half is serrated. This is also the blackened blade. You can also get it both plain edge and combo edge in just the satin finish stainless blade. I chose to go with the black blade. I think it was like $15 more than the stainless plain blade, but I like it, and I'm a big fan of full plain edge. I don't mind combo edges on longer blades, but in general I just prefer a plain edge blade. So now you may notice too, this is an interesting blade shape, very different from most of the other Benchmade knives. This is what they call the reverse tanto. If you remember, my other video on the Presidio has a normal standard tanto blade where it comes out pretty straight and then it juts up and there's a point more up here. Well, this is reverse tanto. This has the slope goes this way instead of that way. So it's not cut like that. As you can see, it's cut like that. Now, that is very, very nice because it's a lot more functional. The tanto blade, the normal tanto blade in general, is mainly like a fighting blade. It's meant, you know, for like stabbing, and the tanto blade is very strong because of that angle. It makes it very thick towards the tip, so reduces it in being able to break the tip easy. So the tanto is nice for that. So what's nice is this is kind of a nice combination because you've got the reverse tanto, so you still got it really thick towards the end here. Still very thick tip of the blade. But because of the reverse and because the angle goes this way, now you're able to have a nice belly on the end of the blade, which you don't get normally on a tanto. It's very straight and then it slopes up straight, so you're left with a point down here, which isn't really useful for day-to-day stuff. If you're slicing, you know, cutting boxes or cutting food, if you're camping or stuff like that. So this is nice because it's got the nice belly to it and nice rounded curve, and stays mainly flat, like your normal drop point blade. So it's got those characteristics, but again, it's nice and strong still. So I just think it's really cool looking too, because again, this is a blade shape I don't think I've really ever seen before, or if it is, you know, very few knife companies use this shaped blade. So it's very nice. Let's see. So we got the standard thumb studs. Titanium spacer, said that already. It's got stainless liners, which you can see across the top here, and it looks like there's some like jimping along here, but it's very smooth. It's not really functional. I guess that's another hit some people may say, or criticism people may say, is it's very smooth here. It doesn't really keep your thumb from sliding up on it. So it's more just for looks there. But it's got a nice little bevel under here to keep your finger, choil under here for your finger, and keeps your finger in place underneath from sliding up on the blade. I don't know if you can see in there very well, but there is it is milled out, the liners. There's some holes in there to lighten it up, and it is a very light knife for what it is. I really don't know offhand what the weight is of it, but let me tell you, it's a very lightweight blade. I mean, you forget about it in your pocket. But very high quality blade. I love it a lot. And the other thing is how smooth this thing is. I mean, it just comes out so quick. If I can do it right with the axis lock. It is just so smooth in operation. They got the phosphor bronze bushings that I think just about every Benchmade knife has, but it's just super smooth. It just comes out real quick. I mean, why would you need an automatic knife when you can flip it out that quick? But yeah, this is just one of my favorite blades that I own. Really, really cool blade. And like I said, they've come in a couple different versions. There's like some special editions. One had like a blue handle scales, and I think they make a Harley Davidson version of this knife, which has the Harley logo instead of the butterfly, and it's got black handles, grips. But yeah, that's I think just about everything I can think of about this knife. It's got a nice contour to the blade up top here, and I just love how narrow it is and thin and razor sharp out of the box, as is most Benchmades, and really, really great knife. I really like it. Oh, I talked about in the beginning, my major criticism with this knife is the price, and I think I paid around $130 for this, which puts it out of the range of most people for a daily, everyday carry knife. So it is a little bit more expensive. But man, I mean, it feels like a $130 knife. You know what I mean? It's not like, you know, I spent $130 and, you know, I didn't get much in return. I mean, it is just, to hold it and feel it and to flick it, I mean, you can just tell it's high quality. It's just, you know, just typical Benchmade. It's just a really high quality, very well made knife. And you know, so if the price doesn't put you off, and you really want, you know, a lightweight, thin, you know, and you like the longer 3.5-inch blade, standard size blade for everyday carry, this would be a great knife. And I mean, if Benchmade's watching this, which I doubt, but you know, my suggestion would be, man, if you could come out with this knife, but with like a Zytel or, you know, nylon fiberglass reinforced FRN handles on it to make it a little bit cheaper instead of the aluminum, and maybe ditch the titanium backspacer for maybe like a plastic one or something a little bit cheaper, or aluminum or stainless or something like that, just to bring the price point down a little bit. I mean, this is just a great everyday knife in general. So like I said, if it wasn't for the price, I mean, if you could get this at, you know, even $60, $70, $70 for this knife, I mean, this would be an awesome everyday carry knife, a great value. So that's my one suggestion. If Benchmade would come out with another version of this like that, a little bit lower price point, I think it would be a hit. And it's a pretty popular knife. I've seen quite a few reviews online about it, and I know a lot of people who like Benchmades tend to have one of these in their collection. So, but oh, the other thing is you can only put it tip up carry, but it can be switched to either side. There's no tip down carry, so if you like tip down carry, it doesn't have that. So, but that's about it. If you have any questions, just let me know, and thanks for watching.